I thought he was creating a context that was like a little over the top, but then I went to the Eras Tour and saw the way that the kids were interacting with Taylor Swift, and it was dead on.
She has the strongest relationship with her audience. And so when we talked about Lady Raven, we try to make sure that she and her fans she loves her fans. She sees them and they see her.
Production-wise, it definitely had to feel like a score to what was going on with Cooper's character, but also lyrically, I was drawing from all of everything that's going on, and there's so many themes in there, you know.
Yeah.
And you play such a sort of unhinged character. Is that more fun to play than the sort of heartthrob?
Well, there are only two characters, but I will say, yeah, this has been a lot of fun to play. And I feel like as I've gotten older, as I've matured a little bit, people have entrusted me with much more complex characters, much more layered characters. This character has a ton of layers, but also has a kind of a cold color to it. It's basically because of Night that I was able to kind of go this far, because I trusted him in the process of editing and in the process of filmmaking, that he gave me the space to create this character. And I feel incredibly lucky to be able to do that.
You know, I always like contained movies, contained subject matter, so that's what gets me excited. So I know it sounds crazy because there's 20,000 people in that arena, but it's still contained to me. You know, it's a building, and to his character, Josh's character, Cooper, he's alone. Because everyone else is losing their minds, having the greatest moment of their lives at this concert, and he's having the darkest moment of his life. And so that juxtaposition of he has to keep dancing with this little girl, but he has to figure out a way out is so funny and poignant.
I would say, he's actually not that different at home and at work. He's very much a director in everything he does, and he's a storyteller in everything he does. And even the way he raised us, it was very much like he would be like, would you relate to this character that you're playing in this scene? Would you think she's a nice person? Like, that's how he kind of disciplined us. So it's very, connected. It was all written directly for the script, but there was so much in there to kind of take inspiration from. So production-wise, it definitely had to feel like a score to what was going on with Cooper's character, but also lyrically, I was drawing from all of everything that's going on, and there's so many themes in there, dark themes and kind of connectivity and forgiveness. There's a lot.
Well, it just it turned me on to the fact that people do actually lose their minds, like the extras were losing their minds, and like my daughter in the movie Ari was losing her mind about Lady Raven. I thought he was creating a context that was like a little over the top, but then I went to the Eras Tour and saw the way that the kids were interacting with Taylor Swift, and it was dead on.
Like Taylor Swift was quite pivotal in this way. Were there any kind of big inspirations from her that actually got the kind of concern?
I just ended up her dominance now and changing culture kind of was coincidence, because it grew over the last couple of years. She was always the biggest, but now she's like, stratospheric, right? It's hard to even quantify what she's done for culture. She changes economies where she goes. But, for me, seeing that commitment, her relationship to her audience is really the thing that I think she's the biggest, because she has the strongest relationship with her audience. And so when we talked about Lady Raven, we try to make sure that she and her fans she loves her fans. She sees them and they see her, and she's honest on stage, and so that, it's the opposite of Cooper's character,